Okay, this is an exercise that comes up in your SAS Coastal Theory course, and it's one of the long questions you'll need to do. So I've kind of skipped past the first two, which is being able to plot a position and another position and say, well, I want to go from A and I want to get to B. If I went on that line, how long would it take me? So the whole time, distance, speed calculation. The second part of the whole exercise is it tells us that we went on a water track of a certain bearing, call it, well, let's just make up a number, 090 degrees, and the log read at 10:30 4.4 nautical miles. But at the same time, my GPS said I was actually in this position over here, and that position, if I look, that would have been my course over ground, and the distance from there to there turns out to be 5 nautical miles. So that tells me I went further than what I thought I'd gone, therefore the tidal stream was with me. Okay, but it was only half an hour later. Therefore, we talk about a drift, and the length of that line from there to there is 2 nautical miles. So from this, I can take a bearing on this line, and I can say the set was 010 degrees. The drift was the 2 nautical miles in half an hour. So the speed or rate would be 4 knots. Okay, I then take this through to the next part of my question, which says I want to go from this position to this position. I still want to get back to this position. So effectively what happens, we create a new course over ground. If we look at this example over here, I've kind of already drawn it out. So what we've done here is we've said, okay, if that was the drift in half an hour, the next hour we're going to have the same direction, but we're going to have double the distance, because it's a speed in 1 hour is actually going to be 4 knots. I then look at things and I say, well, if my boat could do, say, from this point, just like a normal course to steer, we forget about all of this. It's got nothing to do with it other than working out the next leg. I take my divider, I mark off 5 nautical miles, and I then get my new course to steer. I can also get my new course over ground, so at least my new speed over ground, which is going to be the measurement of that to there. And because of that, I can work out how long will it take me from there to there. But again, if that is, say, 4, and my new speed over ground is 6, then it's going to take me 4/6 of 60 minutes, or 2/3 of 60 minutes, which is going to equal 40 minutes. Okay, it's not overly complicated. Keep in mind your original track, your log reads, where your GPS says you are now. You went further than what you thought you'd gone, and based on that, the tide is with you. What is that direction? That is half an hour, so that is the drift. That is what it would be 1 hour. So we now plan ahead with a new course over ground. Pretty straightforward when you just break it up into its different parts. Hope that helps. Give me a shout if you need any help.